Your friend shares with you that she has recently bought a new house or a new car, expensive car. In your mind, you're thinking, she can't afford a car, she can't afford a home, a new home. She is so irresponsible with her finances. She does not even manage her finances well. At home, there is a partner who leaves dirty dishes in the sink, who leaves his slippers somewhere in the home where it should not be kept, who leaves wet towels on the bed, and you are secretly judging and complaining about his behavior, thinking that he's so irresponsible and lazy with the things. He can't even take proper care of home and proper care of things. Is it that you're surrounded by people who don't put their act together? Or is it that the entire tribe or the entire community is just falling apart? Or is there something else to this? The studies have proven that when you judge others, you are actually projecting your own feelings, your own emotions on the other people. Let's say you keep your home very neat, tidy, you're very particular with your finances, you're very conservative with your finances and think twice before indulging in extra spendings. But secretly, deep down, you want to be indulgent maybe once in a while or maybe very frequently. You want to just forget about how if I burn a hole in my pocket, what will happen. You do not want to think on that. The way you keep your home neat and tidy, you do not want to be so particular about your home, and you just want to sometimes ignore as to how clean my home is or how dirty my home is. I just don't care to what extreme my home looks. And the part is that you do not want to accept this explicitly. This is a part of your personality, and you want your personality to be a kind of personality which is very neat, clean and conservative with the finances. You do not want others to see you as a person who keeps the home untidy or who is not particular about his finances. But despite that, somewhere deep down, though, that childish part of yours says that you want to break free, that you want to once in a while be very self-indulgent. This is your inner child, the child who was programmed by the caregivers because you had those kind of rejection fears, you have those abandonment fears. Your programming is that you must keep your things neat and tidy, you must keep your finances, you should not waste money here and there, and it has been programmed so deeply in your mind that this has become a part of your personality. And how much ever you want, you want to deny this, you want to remain in denial, and you do not want to ever accept explicitly that I would not want this kind of personality that I carry currently. And in your subconscious mind, it is the conscious mind which is making you act in this manner, but it is your subconscious mind which still has those memories, and it is gravitating towards those partners, those jobs which exactly are what you wanted to be as a child. Those careless people, those lazy people, those irresponsible people. Your subconscious mind is finding familiarity in those situations and is gravitating towards those kind of people and situations. And once it falls into that situation, you somehow want to be like that, but you can't be like that because your childhood programming has made you stiff. It is stuck, your mind is stuck somewhere, and you will only be secretly complaining, judging, or putting some kind of negative comments through self-talk inside your mind, although you want to be like them. Now this is basically a clear indication that you do not love yourself. You were never taught to love yourself. you have never honored your feelings, you have never honored your emotions, you have always worked as per the whims and fancies and desires of your caregivers. If you come from a very unpredictable home where it was like walking on the eggshells, suddenly your caregiver would get angry, would scream at you, would shout at you, would behave in a very different manner with rage. Those kind of behaviors, either one caregiver or all the caregivers, those kind of behaviors as a child made you fear not the screams, not the punishments, but fear of being rejected by your caregivers, the fear of being abandoned by your caregivers, and therefore you were forced to do what they wanted and not what you wanted, what they desired and not what your heart, your own emotions desired. Hi, Namaste. I am Dr. Meenu, taking you through self-discovery, self-love process so that you walk lighter on this planet and love people a little more, become healthier in terms of maintaining healthier relationship, and also learn to love yourself immensely while you walk on this planet. So if you cannot accept and acknowledge your own feelings and your own emotions, you'll always find reasons to complain about the situations, people, places, jobs. It simply denotes that you do not love yourself authentically. You have never loved yourself authentically. You will always find reasons to complain about, judge the places, judge the jobs, judge the people, and there will always be those jobs, those people around you who are less than perfect. There will never be a feeling of perfection in those people and those jobs. Another metaphor here I can give. Let's say you go on a shopping spree. You spend thousands of rupees on buying new clothes. Once you come back home, for few weeks or several weeks, those clothes are lying in the back of your closet without being even attended to or looked at by you. Another thing, you land up a flourishing job. You're very excited about it. You make all the relocation expenses, you make all the arrangements to relocate to a new location. You reach there, you start your job, and within few days you're questioning yourself, is this what I wanted? I don't think this is what I would want in the long term. It's already giving you a feeling of dissatisfaction. So in the case of that shopping, you spend thousands of rupees on your wardrobe, yet you never felt like touching it. You spent thousands of rupees to relocate to a new location for your job, and you're already feeling empty from inside. You will always feel that emptiness because that inside emptiness you're trying to fill it from outside sources, and this emptiness can never be filled from outside sources. It is something which lies deep within you. You have to fill it yourself. Surprised? Here's how it works. Supposedly you have fear of rejection or abandonment issues stemming from your childhood programming. More than likely, you are not even aware of these fears. Consciously, you're not aware of these fears. You have never acknowledged these fears because they are deeply buried in your subconscious mind. So you neither acknowledge them and nor you think that it is an issue at all in the first place. But your subconscious mind is completely aware of these fears, and this subconscious mind, it will seek opportunities to bring these fears so that you work out these old issues which you never worked out as a child. This subconscious mind will lead you into situations which bring this fear to the surface level. It will take you to those familiar situations where you become aware of these fears. In simple words, you will always gravitate towards people and situations which will trigger that fear of rejection, which will trigger that fear of abandonment in you. So you'll always attract relationships where your partner is emotionally unavailable, He'll withdraw time and again, act cold, give you silent treatments, ignore you, make you feel unseen in the relationship, make plans with the friends rather than with you. So in short, all those fears, they try to come to the surface level. You will always land up in jobs where you feel that you are not being honored enough for your hard work. And instead of you facing these fears or accepting these fears, the behavior of these people will make you to secretly be judgmental, critical, and in a complaining mode. You would never think and loudly accept that this job is going to abandon me, so I must have a mature conversation with my employer as to why I'm not treated well. I should have a mature conversation as to, despite giving so much, why am I not getting in return what I deserve. In the same manner, you would not want to accept loudly in your mind that I'm afraid this partner might leave me, he might abandon me, so I must have a conversation with him or her as to why are you making plans with your friends, why are you making me feel unseen in the relationship. Rather than that, deep inside you will start judging the person and start complaining about the person. If you're out of touch with your own feelings, if you're not sensitive enough to your own mind and heart, if you're not living an authentic life, if you do not know your own feelings and emotions, my friends, you'll keep on projecting that unacknowledged part of yourself onto others. Unless you learn to love yourself, unless you reprogram yourself, unless you undo that childhood programming, unless you reparent yourself, you will keep on repeating the same patterns in life, and life around you will always be less than perfect, because deep within you think that you are not perfect. You will remain secretly judgmental, and that is why until you learn to love yourself completely, you will not be able to love anybody else. You will not be able to change your life completely. For that outside transformation to happen, you have to transform yourself from inside. You have to love yourself with all those flaws, all those mistakes that you have created in the past or you have been creating. You just have to love every part of yourself with everything that you have. Physically, the flaws that you watch in yourself, just love them. This love towards yourself, this self-love, will automatically make you and transform you into a person who's less judgmental about others, who is not getting triggered by what other people say, who's not complaining about the outside environment. You will become more accepting of the environment around you. You will have more acceptance towards the people around you, and you will actually see the transformation not just from inside but from outside also, as you will realize that people from outside are loving you more as compared to before. My dears, when we don't love ourselves, we unconsciously push good things away. How? Those partners, those friends who confess their feelings, who tell us from time to time how much they admire us, how much they love us, who compliment us on various things, we, rather than believing that there is a genuine compliment, there is a genuine comment which is coming from the opposite party, we tend to doubt them, that if he or she loves me, why is he not cleaning the dishes? If he or she loves me, why he or she is keeping the slippers in the room where I asked him or her not to keep? Everything becomes outcome based, whereas this is now how it works, or this is not how it should work. You always tend to push good things away, thinking that if he loves me, why is he not spending more time with me and more time with his friends? If he loves me, why is he not fixing the things at home rather than going out with his friends to play? Same is the case with jobs also. If the employer makes you feel or gives you a compliment or gives you an appreciation, you still will be doubting and pushing that away. Why? Because in your mind you have certain self-limiting beliefs, and these beliefs are, if this job is good, if this job really appreciates me, why is it not giving me a raise? If the employer really likes my work, why is he not giving me promotion? Everything becomes outcome based, and once you get into that frame of mind, once your thinking gets into outcome based thinking, you push good things away. Something which is about to come gets stuck. What is happening in these situations is, you want to convince yourself that your partner or your job, they do not love you, and in case they loved you a little bit, they're losing interest in you. You want to convince yourself that you are not worthy of any love. You think deep within you that you're not worthy or deserving of this promotion, this raise, this love from your partner. You think that you're not good enough. Subconsciously, deep within your mind, without even your consciously knowing as to why you are pushing these things, these good things away, why you're not trusting good things, because you do not want to trust that you deserve good things. You do not want to trust that you are worthy of good things. You end up pushing good things away from you. You remain in dead-end jobs. You remain with bad partnerships, with bad people around, because eventually you accept that I do not deserve good things. I deserve this kind of treatment with the people, with the jobs around me. What happens when you get trapped in such situations? You doubt love, you doubt positivity, you doubt every good thing in life. You remain stuck in unhealthy jobs, unhealthy relationships. Why? Because deep inside you believe that you do not deserve good. You will not negotiate terms and conditions with your employer. You will not have healthy confrontation and communication with your partner so as to reach a win-win situation and get something for your own benefit, because you eventually give up and believe that this is what I am deserving of. You will find some quick fixes. You will start looking for some quick fixes. You know that when you look in the mirror, you're not happy with your body. You are either gaining weight, you're getting overweight, you're not looking very pleasant, you're not looking very healthy when you look into the mirror. But rather than finding the root cause of the problem, you start looking for quick fixes. You'll go for a new hairstyle, you'll go for a one night stand, you'll go for a bottle of wine, alcohol, you'll go for a chocolate, brownie, because that gives you instant happiness. It's like a temporary quick fix, something like an addiction. But these quick fixes are only temporary. After some time, you're going to feel much more sadder, emptier, hollow from inside, unless you learn that the problem, the root cause of problem is not these people outside of you, these situation outside of you. The root cause of problem lies within you. And if you change yourself, the way you look at these people and these situations, either you take up the route of walking away if it is completely beyond your control, or you look within, change yourself, and once you change yourself, automatically the outside environment starts transforming itself. That's what works, and not the temporary fixes. If you're liking my content, please hit like button and also subscribe to my channel. It will help it grow in the community. So my dear friends, do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your own happiness. Do not doubt your feelings, your emotions. Your emotions are valid. They were valid when you were a kid. They are valid when you are an adult. Start trusting yourself. Start trusting the people around you. Start trusting the situations around you. Negotiate. If something bothers you, if something makes you feel uncomfortable, go into communication. Confront people around you. Have an open communication, a transparent communication. Get into a win-win situation. Learn to have relationships which are equal give and take. If you are only giving with the hope that if you keep people around you happy, you will find happiness. This will never work. You will only be trapped in a cycle of unhappiness, feeling of emptiness, hollowness, because you cannot keep yourself happy by keeping others happy all the time. You also need to be cared for. You also need to be pampered, which means that every relationship needs equal give and take. And for that equal give and take, you don't have to silently assume and imagine and complain. You have to open up. You have to have open conversation, transparent conversation with the people around you. Start valuing your own emotions. Once you value yourself, you see a different transformation coming out of you. Everything emanates from the fact that you felt unseen, unloved as a child, and now because you want to feel seen and loved, you go out of your way to please others, and once you give 100% and do not receive even 20 or 30%, you start complaining and silently judging the situation, which is not giving you healthy relationships. If you want healthy relationship, you have to start with building trust in yourself. You have to start loving yourself, reparent yourself. If the parenting that you received was not perfect, you reparent yourself now as an adult. Reprogram yourself. Forget that old programming that you're carrying. That was not perfect. If you are complaining, criticizing and judging people silently, that is not a good programming, but you can reprogram yourself. It is never too late. Reprogram yourself to accept flaws in you so that you start accepting flaws in others. Things will stop bothering you once you over attach yourself with the outcomes. Let things flow the way it is. Your happiness does not depend on your partner giving you time, emotions, effort. Your happiness depends on you being happy from inside. So whether the outside situation is happy or not, outside people are happy or not, that should not affect you. It will stop affecting you once you fall in love with your true authentic self. And it's not that difficult. You just have to go into those painful emotions, bring them to the surface once and for all. Bring all those emotions. You have those emotions deeply buried in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind wants you to be aware of these emotions. You are not aware of these emotions consciously, and that is the reason your subconscious mind is driving you and leading you again and again to such situations wherein you bring those buried emotions to the surface. Bring them anyway to the surface, address them, and think that this is not the programming I wanted. It was not your fault. Whatever childhood we went through was not our fault. We can still reprogram ourselves, we can still reparent ourselves, and the moment you become aware of those situations, those past hurts, those past moments, those sufferings that you went through as a child, which numbed your feelings, which suppressed your feeling, you get into a higher conscious level, and that higher conscious level will make you accept things in a much broader sense as a spectator, without judging people, without complaining about situations, without being critical about things around you. You'll start enjoying your own company. You'll start having fun with yourself. You'll start finding satisfaction in your own flaws, and that is where the actual miracle happens. I hope that this video has given a little insight and clarity into how we can change our life just by thinking positive about ourselves. The moment we start this journey, everything around us starts transforming. Let's take a step forward. I really want my all viewers to give these few minutes a chance. Give love a chance. Love for yourself. Fall in love with yourself. You are a divine being, and this divine being is in a human body. Divine can never be wrong. All the flaws, all the mistakes were a learning lesson. Everything that we have done in our life is just a learning lesson. Let's accept ourselves as a learner. We have learned so much as an experience, we have experienced so much. Let those experiences guide us towards a better future. I hope to see you again in the next video. Till then, thank you. Bye.